welcome back to my channel. I am here today to talk about my December TBR. I figured if I was gonna sit in front of my tree in any video, the December TBR had to be the one, right? This is one of my trees. I have 3 trees in my apartment. There's one in my room and I have a little side or a small one that sits on the side table here. I figured it'd be fun to sit in front of my big tree that I love. So for the month of December, I have picked out a few things that I definitely want to read as part of a readathon I'm doing this month. I also have a couple other reads that I am picking out to read in conjunction with that. So December means the month of, holy crap, I have to finish my Goodreads goal. And for me, that means I have to read 25 books. Granted, it's not quite the end of November when I'm filming this yet because I filmed my TBRs a little bit early. I still have a lot to go. As of right now, I have 25 books. Hoping I can get it to like 24, 23 before December, but that's not gonna happen. So, I love that for me. But that being said, I'm going to talk about the 6 books that I'm reading as part of the readathon that I'm participating in, and then you'll find out what extras I read in my wrap-up. I'm going to let those be mood reads. I'm going to let those just speak to me as they may. So the other 19 books that I'm going to be reading, we'll just go with it, right? So the readathon I am doing this year, I believe, is called the Christmasathon. So for this readathon, I believe it's just through Twitter. I found it through Twitter. There are 2 teams. There are Grinch and Elf, and I think they're competing against one another, and there's like a point system. Not 100% sure how that works, but I'm Team Grinch.
Oh. That's it, I'm not going.
And the reason I picked Team Grinch was because of one of the books that was like on the list that you could read was one of the ones that's on my TBR currently. So that was the one I felt most compelled to. The other one, the group book, I didn't have on my TBR yet, and I had interest in it, but I didn't have it on my TBR, so I was like, I'll do the one I have on my TBR. Really, it's not that serious. The first book is Read a Book That Has Been Recommended to You, I believe, and for that I chose The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I have heard this recommended by numerous people on BookTube, and Paper Fury on Instagram has recommended it to me quite a few times. I always like reply to her stories when I see them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read that. She's like, please do, I recommend it highly. And so like, we're counting that. Nobody has deliberately said, Shelby, read The Raven Boys, but they have told me, Shelby, read The Raven Boys. So that's what we're going with. This is book number 1. One of the bonus prompts, I believe, is read a book that's part of a series, so that's going to count for that. And then I will probably end up reading The Dream Thieves, which I already have. That will also count as part of that, if that makes sense. Next up is read something fiery. I think it's got to either have like words like fiery, ember, torch, things like that in the title, or be read. I chose As Old as Time, which is a twisted tale story, retelling of Beauty and the Beast. What if Belle's mother cursed the beast? So this is the one I chose. It's read, and I really like fairy tale retellings. I didn't know I did, but I really do. So Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite fairy tales, and I'm hoping that this will be an interesting take on it, and I've been meaning to get to these for a while. I own quite a few of them, so I'm just looking to finally read one. Next up, the choice is to read something wintry or cold or something like that, and I chose One Day in December by Josie. I realize everybody is reading this month, which I didn't know. I was just going through the store that I was shopping at, and I saw this, and it was a book of the month exclusive, and I was like, December, sure. Sounds like something I'll want to read in December, and it's basically like a Hallmark movie in a book. So I was like, you know what, I'll go for it. And then I found out that literally everybody's reading it. I had never heard of it before I bought it, and then I bought it and suddenly it appears everywhere. But One Day in December by Josie Silver, Hallmark movie in a book. Excited about it. I don't remember what prompt this fulfilled. Maybe this was another wintry read. I don't remember. I'll correct myself. But A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I am actually buddy reading this with one of my friends, the page count on Instagram. Follow her. She's awesome. But I'm buddy reading this with her. This is short. It's a good one to buddy read, and we both have been looking forward to reading this. And it's also wintry. Like, hello. It's perfect. The next one is a book that features a villain, and I have chosen Because You Love to Hate Me. This is a villain anthology. I'm trying to implement more anthologies into readathons because you can read a story a day, and that kind of like progresses you throughout the readathon. I didn't say, but this readathon takes place from the 1st to the 31st, so that will take me through that. I think there's 13 tales, so I can read that and finish it by the end of the month, reading a story a day, and I'm gonna read it because it fits. So, but I don't expect it to be above 3 stars because that's just, it's an anthology. And the last book for this TBR video is going to be Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. That's what, Scalo? I don't know. That's what happens when you, my AC just turned on. That's what happens when you try and say an author's name too fast to sound like you know what you're saying, and then you butcher it, and so you don't sound like you know what you're saying. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't, but Stalking Jack the Ripper. This was the book that is like the bonus group book, and you get like more points if you read it, and it was on my TBR, so this has also been recommended to me, so like that also counts. This was deliberately recommended to me. This was recommended to me by my friend Emily. She was like, Shelby, read Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I was like, I will eventually. I'm a really bad person to recommend books to because I'm like, yeah, sounds great. I'll do it eventually once I finish the other 100 books on my TBR. But that, my friends, is everything I plan on reading in December. It is not everything I will be reading in December, hopefully, but it is everything I plan on reading. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any of these same books on your TBR, or if you're participating in the same readathon, or if you're on Team Grinch or Team Elf. I would love to know. I'm gonna be watching both of those movies this month. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Happy reading!